This week on Eagan AM.
And the award goes to?
Holiday lights take it to the next level.
And the Wildcat World of Sports.
Coming to you live from Studio 1A, this is Eagan AM. I'm Allie Moss.
And I'm Austin Casey.
Encore had two fantastic shows last week and will finish their theatrical run this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tickets are still available online or at the door.
You can also join in on the cheer fundraiser and buy a candy cane graham for someone as a way to celebrate the holidays.
Candy cane grahams can be purchased at the main entrances before and after school on Wednesdays and Thursdays for only $2.
The library is hosting their first coloring contest. If you're interested, make sure to head on down and see Mr. Eichley for more info.
We are introducing a new segment on Eagan AM called Guess That Teacher.
We have Elsie in the studio to explain how it works. Hi, Elsie.
Hi guys, Guess That Teacher will work like this. We will put up a cool fact about one of Eagan's teachers and you will have to guess which teacher the fact is about. Simple. To kick things off, which Eagan teacher was a section semifinalist for varsity badminton in high school? The choices are Mr. Dirksen, Miss Dillon, Mr. Dale, and Miss Langenhahn. Check out our Twitter poll at Eagan_AM to cast your vote. At the end of the show, we'll announce the answer, so stay tuned. Back to you guys.
I think it's Mr. Dirksen.
I think it's Mr. Dale.
I guess we'll see.
Turns out sports aren't the only thing our teachers are good at.
The Ties Association recently awarded Mr. Hammond with the Ties Exceptional Teacher Award.
Here's Rachel with the story.
This past week, Mr. Hammond, an English teacher and speech coach here at Eagan, was recognized for his excellent integration of technology in his classroom. We caught up with Miss Anderson, who nominated Mr. Hammond, to understand more about this prestigious award.
Every year, the TIES Consortium sponsors an award for the TIES Exceptional Teacher, and during their conference in December, they honor a teacher from every high school, or in our cases, it's a big, huge district. It involves writing about what they do in the classroom, how they use technology, whether or not technology is easy for them to use, and then how they coordinated it into their classroom activities, things like that. Like I said, every year I nominate someone, and some years they just go, yay, we'll pick somebody from Eagan. I know one of the things that helps is how seamlessly they use technology. It's become easier and easier to nominate some of the younger teachers because, you know, they're natives. They don't have to work as hard, and they do so many more creative things with technology in their classroom. It's just so easy for them. But he does all sorts of things, from freshmen with iPads to he has his own iPad. Any student who's had Mr. Hammond knows how much he runs around his classroom, and throw a computer and an iPad at him, and that just makes his classroom even more exciting.
Signing off for Eagan AM, I'm Rachel Keisler.
Thanks, Rachel. Interested in DP, Mentor, or Eagan AM for 2017 to 18? Online forms are located on the front of the AHS website and are due by January 5th. One way to spread Christmas cheer is by donating money, or more importantly, your time, to a charity.
We've come up with 3 charities that you can give to this holiday season.
First up is Feed My Starving Children. Not only can you donate money at their website, since there is a location just off of Lone Oak Road in Eagan, you can also donate your time, helping to prepare meals.
Next is the American Cancer Society. The money goes to a great cause, and you can donate at cancer.org.
And finally, there is Operation Christmas Child. You can either donate online at SamaritanPurse.org or pack a shoebox with fun toys, hygiene items, and school supplies, and drop it off at one of the locations listed on their website. I think I might do that this year.
Me too. Another way to get into the holiday spirit is to hang up lights around your house.
Most people have just a few strings of lights, but there are a few people in Eagan who go all out. Here's Jonathan with the story.
Every year, houses around the world put up lights to celebrate the holidays, but one house in Eagan shines brighter than the rest. This house has over 15,000 lights and 100 figurines. We caught up with the owner to illuminate his 30-year decorating tradition.
I always liked lights when I was growing up, and you guys are too young to know that back in the early 70s they instituted an energy savings event, Nixon did, and so everybody stopped doing their lights, and then it took several years before we were able to start doing them again. My oldest daughter really liked the lights, and each year we do a little bit more, and then pretty soon she wanted a manger scene, and so we did a manger scene. Eventually, it became kind of a game, so my wife would say, "We're done," and then we'd find something we liked, and we'd put it out in the yard. She'd never see it. She wouldn't notice it was added, and then the next year she'd notice, say, "What's that piece over there? I think that's new." And then my kids and I would look at her and go, "It was out there all last year." Oh. The roof gets done right around Halloween. My son, who's now almost 30 years old, he usually comes over one day and climbs up on the roof, and they don't let me up there anymore. You know, over the next few weeks, we usually try to be done by Thanksgiving.
Wishing you tidings of comfort and joy, I'm Jonathan David.
Thanks, Jonathan.
The holiday season is in full swing, and many of us want to buy something small and fun. You know, for friends.
Like Secret Santa gifts.
Exactly. We have some easy Secret Santa gifts for around $10.
First is a candy sleigh. It's made out of candy bars and candy canes that you can tape together for a creative treat.
Second, we have a hot chocolate kit. Take any small containers and fill them with hot chocolate mix, marshmallows, and candy canes for an easy at-home snack.
Finally, you can make a stocking gift with a pair of fuzzy socks that you can fill with small items like nail polish, lip balm, or even a gift card.
I think I might do that this year.
Me too. It's that time of the show where we hand it off to the WCR.
Take it away, Dallas.
Thanks, guys. The boys hockey team has gotten off to a quick start to their season. The Cats traveled to Duluth over the weekend and did not disappoint, beating Duluth-Denfeld 7-3 and Eveleth 3-0, carried by junior goaltender Brandon Toussaint, who made 41 saves in his varsity debut. They were back in action on Tuesday, but unfortunately fell to Burnsville 5-1. Tonight they travel to Prior Lake to take on a very good Lakers team, so go out and show your support. Boys Swim and Dive is back and looking to add to their impressive 32-meet win streak. The Cats took on Farmington and crushed the Tigers 93-88. Big swims by Jasper Appleton in the 200 and 100 fly, and sophomore Colin Kehoe in the 50 and 100 free led the team to its 33rd consecutive victory. They have a meet tomorrow at 6 at home, so go out and cheer them to 34. Boys basketball has been wearing down the nets as of late. North St. Paul came into Wildcat country and had absolutely no luck with the Wildcats as Eagan cruised to a 68-58 victory. Henry Sibley then had their turn to bring down the Cats, and once again, Eagan had the answer, destroying the Warriors by a score of 79-55, led by Jake Van Wyk, who tallied 19 points. They'll hit the hard court again on Saturday when they go to Jefferson, so make sure you can see these boys play. Girls basketball played this past Tuesday at home. The girls fought hard but lost 60-36 to a very good Apple Valley team. Lauren Boyk was the top scorer for the Wildcats with 9 points. The girls play this Friday at home against Rosemount, so make sure you go out and show your support. Girls hockey has started their season off strong. Last Saturday, they took on Burnsville and extinguished the Blaze at home with a score of 4-1. Last Tuesday, girls hockey challenged Prior Lake and were able to stay undefeated in their conference, beating them 2-1, with goals scored by junior Taylor Anderson and sophomore Carly Young. They hope to continue their win streak at 7 p.m. tonight in Wayzata. The wrestling team traveled to Jackson County Central for a tournament, where Xavier Rosenblum was able to take first place for his weight class. This past week, they challenged our rivals Eastview on the mats and came out with the score of 33-28. Keep up the good work, boys. After coming out of a strong season last year as the conference champs, the Wildcat gymnastics team battled hard on Tuesday, with JV coming up with the first place finish and varsity coming in with the second place finish. Senior Megan Harold got first on vault, and freshman Tegan Rambo took first on floor. Nice work, ladies. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Dallas. The Women's Empowerment Club is holding an interest meeting on January 12th after school in room 118.
Before we go, let's find out the answer to our Twitter poll question. Elsie?
Thanks, guys. Well, it looks like 50% of you voted for Mr. Dale. The actual answer is actually Miss Gillen. Who knew? Back to you guys.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. Have a great and warm day, Wildcats.